Star Trek Lower Decks' finale brings together the USS Enterprise and the USS Titan on screen for the first time in a low-key but historic meeting. Star Trek Lower Decks' final season on Paramount Plus involves the USS Cerritos investigating a series of quantum fissures opening up across the galaxy. In Star Trek Lower Decks' series finale, LT Brad Boimler, Jack Quaid, receives a message from his transporter clone, Captain William Boimler, Jack Quaid, that a devastating soliton wave is heading for Star Trek's prime universe. Although Starfleet Command would usually not assign a California-class starship to take on a mission of this magnitude, they have no other choice but to rely on the Cerritos. Starfleet informs Captain Carol Freeman, Dawn Lewis, and her crew that the USS Enterprise is on its way, but will not arrive in time. Captain Freeman and her crew rise to the occasion, working together to stop the soliton wave and save the universe. Their actions result in the creation of a stable wormhole to the multiverse, and Starbase 80 takes up residence at the wormhole's entrance. In the climactic moments of Star Trek Lower Decks' finale, the USS Enterprise and the USS Titan both arrive after the Cerritos has already saved the day, but they remain at Starbase 80 to help transition the space station's new importance. With its location at the entrance to the new wormhole, Starbase 80 will become a hub for missions to various quantum realities. Captain Freeman accepts a position at the Starbase, where she and her husband, Admiral Alonzo Freeman Philemon, will supervise these missions. Both the Enterprise and the Titan can be seen docked at Starbase 80, but neither crew appears at the party on the station. Considering Captain William Riker, Jonathan Frakes, former Enterprise First Officer, is in command of the Titan, it's not hard to imagine that the Enterprise and the Titan may have met before. Still, this is the first time the two starships have been seen together on screen, and it makes sense they would both check in at Starbase 80 after the near destruction of the universe. It's unclear whether Captain Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart, or Worf, Michael Dorn, is currently in command of the Enterprise E. But either way, it would have been fun to see a glimpse of the ship's crew. The USS Titan had previously appeared on Star Trek Lower Decks at the end of Season 1 and the beginning of Season 2. Under the command of Captain William Riker, the Titan helped the Cerritos fend off 3 Picard clump ships. Counselor Deanna Troi, Marina Sirtis, was also serving aboard the Titan, alongside her husband. It would have been fun to see Riker and Troi reunite with their friends from the Enterprise, if only in a brief scene during the celebration at Starbase 80. The USS Enterprise did not appear on Star Trek Lower Decks until the brief glimpse shown in the series finale. Despite the perfect setup for the Enterprise E crew to appear, Star Trek Lower Decks came to an end without seeing Captain Picard or Captain Worf and his crew. Even if the actors were unavailable to lend their voices to the scene, Star Trek Lower Decks could simply have shown the Enterprise E crew and the Titan crew mingling with Captain Freeman and the crew of the Anaximander. Seeing so many Star Trek legacy characters gathered together in one place would have been a treat for any Star Trek fan. Star Trek Picard Season 3 brought the original Star Trek, the Next Generation crew back together for one final adventure aboard the rebuilt USS Enterprise D. The adventure kicks off when Admiral Picard receives a distress call from Dr. Beverly Crusher, Gates McFadden, the former Enterprise Chief Medical Officer. Picard then recruits his friend and former First Officer, Captain Riker, for help, and the two commandeer the USS Titan A. The Titan A then becomes instrumental in stopping a Borg/Changeling plot to destroy Starfleet. The Enterprise D, however, proves to be even more important in the final battle, as it destroys the attacking Borg cube. In the aftermath of the battle, the Enterprise and the Titan rendezvous in space, looking out over Earth and all of the drifting Starfleet ships. In the end, the Titan A is rechristened as the USS Enterprise G, in honor of Admiral Picard and his Enterprise D crew. Under the command of Captain 7 of 9, Jerry Ryan, the Enterprise G then sets off on a new adventure. Star Trek. Picard's meeting of the USS Titan A and USS Enterprise D happens in 2401, 20 years after Star Trek Lower Decks, which shows the first on-screen meeting of the USS Enterprise and the Luna-class USS Titan in its series finale.